Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's my second time
Nobody.
saying it today, but that's okay.
I find that when we have a new year, it takes like the first half of the month because you don't get to everybody. It's like I
True.
forgot to tell 150 people, and I'm like, oh, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. But then it sounds weird in February. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You
And
didn't
then you're
give me.
well, what's the cutoff time? Like after February 15th, whoever you didn't catch to, forget it. You didn't catch it. They know it's a new year. They know it's New Year. You know you here. It's a new year already. You good.
I mean, I usually do the first 2 weeks because I just feel like, if you're, especially if you're in business and you were closed and you're getting back to the jam, as I would say, the
Mhm.
grind, then that's just what it is. And we have Carl here. Kool-Aid is delicious. My belly is full, but I didn't hear my
Cheers
door.
to your Kool-Aid, Carl.
Look, it's cheers to your Kool-Aid, but I thought the door was going to ring with some food. So I'm
Oh,
just
because
kidding.
Carl he didn't come through. He didn't come through.
Didn't come through. We would love
So
to know. What's in your cup before I cut off Charlene one more time? What's in your cup?
yes, well, my cup has some red blend because I'm
Mm,
celebrating that I revamped and relaunched my website in record time for me. I'm excited about that. And I have so many, awesome things that are about to happen. So I'm just preparing myself so that way my funnel is set. It's all on my website. I don't have to be in 17 different places. We're not doing that this year. That's not what we're doing.
That's not what we're doing, and we're going to be talking about, what kind of things that you need to. I guess not what you need to, but just what it takes to make it in 2022. So
Hmm.
we did in this beginning December what you got. They told me Texas they have delivery drivers. Don't start, Carl. But we talked in December, our first live in December. We talked about how to goal plan. Now it's saying, okay, what are we going to put into action? So just a little behind the story between myself and my wonderful co-host Charlene. We met. We did a live together, and that's where we blew up. And we said, hey, let's make this a thing. And we're carrying it into 2022. I love helping you get comfortable being in front of the camera so that you can share your story and
Yes.
on video and on live stream. And Charlene, she's over here and she was talking about revamping her website. Well, guess what? She could do that for you. She can help you get a funnel strategy going because guess what? You go to the website, it should be easy and understand. I've been on a plenty of websites where I'm like, why do you keep asking for my email? I gave it to you. Or
Yeah.
where do I go for what I need? Like how many
Hmm.
you got to think about this. How many sales are you losing? And how much more sales do you need to lose in 2022 to call Charlene? I'm just saying.
That's the part right there. And a lot of times it's the people are losing sales because they go to your website, they don't believe anything because it might be an outdated site. You've been talking about something brand new that you didn't even mention on your site. You have services, you have courses, and nothing is on your website. So what's the point of having a website if you're not going to allow it to be your foundation for all the stuff that you're marketing, all the stuff that you're talking about and you're educating people on? If you're not going to allow that to be a one-stop shop for you, then what's the point of it?
And Carl, for you, yes.
Yes, Carl, especially if it's ratchet and janky and raggedy. It needs to be burned down and let's just build it back up.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to go to a website that's not secure. Let's just be real. How many
Hmm.
things are out there that We don't know. And we have Garrett in the house. What's up?
Garrett. Now, Garrett, come on now. When it comes to putting a whole system together and you coming on live and you have a whole you have everything together in front of you, that's the person you need to talk to. You need to watch Garrett. If you have not already, that's the one you need to watch and learn from him. Learn how to really put it together.
And look super fly live. Like,
Okay, like he had like I think 7 different cameras going. I'm like, good lord.
even like when if he were to wear shorts and a t-shirt, he'd make it look so fly. I'm like, that's the person you want to get, who you want to connect with. Now, our guest today is, money mindset coach, thought leader, speaker, consultant, entrepreneur. We have Kamal El-Rassi. I think I said his name right. And guess what? How do you think we met him, Charlene?
Videos.
And it was And I also saw him on Clubhouse. Now, let me tell you about this guy. He will be in the room with Manny Fernandez, and there'll be like, Les Brown and Forbes Riley and a quarterback
Top
for
heavy hitters, heavy hitters. He's a heavy hitter.
quarterback for some football team and the basketball star and some movie star and some billionaire. And he's like, yeah, we're friends.
Love it, love it. How
Well,
are you, Kamal?
hello, ladies. Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Cheers.
Year.
Thank you for doing this. It's just amazing. So cool. I love the show. I love the style. I love how cool it is on an amazing Tuesday night.
Love it. So for us, we would love to know one, what's in your
Ah.
cup, Kamal? I saw you put I
Ah.
saw you pick something up. What's going on?
I can't spell the label, but you know.
Yeah, yeah. It has a label. Here we go.
Yeah. See, it's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It
It's
is. It's
okay.
this is my
Because
favorite drink.
especially after all that you've done, you've worked so hard. It's nighttime. You want to take a relaxation and just have a chill moment. And that's what this is about, having a chill moment. So I would love to know one, when you got started, especially doing videos and talking to other people and showing them like, look, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. How did that feel to really start getting recognized for it?
I mean, it feels amazing once you actually really get it. Once you actually start getting the feedback that you're actually getting better. But the key is the first few weeks when somebody's walking you through it.
Hmm.
That is when you have to let go of what the others are saying and just go with that coach, go with that mentor, and just follow their lead. And then in a matter of days, it's not going to take long. It's going to be days. If you put your head to it and you just commit, in a matter of days, you're gonna see yourself get better. Like you can actually watch back the videos where you've done, and you will see yourself improve.
Hmm.
But you just gotta go for it. You gotta find somebody that you're kind of relating to, and just go for it and let go. Let go. Stop worrying about what they're saying. Just go for it. It's just incredible. And once you get that feedback, you only need one feedback from somebody that you don't know. You don't want your brother or sister or boyfriend or girlfriend to tell you, oh, you're amazing, honey. I love you. You did so good. No, you want it from somebody that you don't even know. That's when it's
Exactly.
like a switch goes on. And then you
Hmm.
just show up.
So,
Exactly.
how did you get introduced to the law of attraction and then Bob Proctor?
Amazing. Beautiful question. So it was about 3 years ago when I started asking the questions why, after 19 years of working 5 degrees, I still can't give up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a month for charities, communities, churches, money back home to Lebanon. How is that possible? How could it be possible that after 5 degrees, leading 300 people in a manufacturing plant, and I can't actually donate 1,000 or two or three if I want to? So you start asking these questions, what's it going to take? And you look around and you find others that are doing it. Once I started asking those questions, people like Bob Proctor started showing up, Forbes Riley, Tony Robbins, Laura Lagmeyer. And then I connected. The first one that came to mind was Tony Robbins. And then the one that didn't do it for me. That's when I said, there's got to be more to it.
Mm.
That's when Bob Proctor showed up. And then I looked at it and I was like, does that even make sense? I mean, I met the guy back in 96 in Toronto. I am from Toronto. I'm Lebanese from Toronto. And he was just a few blocks from where we lived. But at the time, it didn't click. I wasn't ready.
Hmm.
So then you look at it, you're like, he was in the movie The Secret. But you don't believe it at the time that you're actually talking to somebody who's so famous, so known, and you're actually having a conversation with them. You have to pay for anything. And you have to kind of let go of that money part and just decide that you need somebody to take you where you want to go. That's the best thing that I can give advice to anybody. Find somebody that's got what you want and give them everything you can so they can take you there.
Mm.
Ooh,
I
that's
Yeah.
love that.
that's big because a lot of people want to want to ask how
Hmm.
ask so many questions, but then when it comes to paying, oh, I don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And my answer to that is, do you really want it? Because look, I wanted this cell phone. It's $1,300. I got it. So you just have to tell them you have the desk around, you have a chair, you have a table, you have a laptop. The car that you have, you wanted it, you got it. If your car breaks down, would you fix it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Hmm. Well, imagine you have to walk the streets and take the bus and take the subway. You're going to find the money. You will find the
Mm-hmm.
money. So that's the key. Connect with what you want. And once you connect with what you want, you will find the money. So that's kind of the answer for those who don't want to pay. Figure out what you want. Make up your mind you want it. The money will show up. That's what I do. I
I
wanted to
love
reach
that.
somewhere where I couldn't be. I found Bob Proctor. It's not cheap. I won't even mention the number here. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to see what he's got. What is the magic of this law of attraction? How does it even work? Law of vibration, talking attraction, vibration, frequencies. What the heck is that? I'm an engineer, right? I look at numbers, I look at data, I look at statistics. But then we're talking law of attraction, grabbing things from thin air, law of success. But it is real. It's as real as you want it to be.
And one of our friends, Charleston, he
Uh-huh.
mentioned something. He mentioned a post today where it was talking about karma and the
Hmm.
energy that you're putting out into the world, the universe. And I think that's a lot of what law of attraction is as well. It's the energy that you're putting out. So if you're always being negative and always thinking negatively about, oh, I'll never get this, I'll never get there, that's way too out of my range, the
Yeah.
universe will think, well, that's what you want, because I've learned that it's nothing about it being a negative. It doesn't think in the negative. It always thinks that whatever you say, that's what you want. So when you say, "Oh, I don't want bad karma. I don't want bad things happening to me," and then everything about you, everything around
That's
you
right.
goes wrong, then it's like, "Hello, you keep saying it." So just speak into existence. What do you want? And then things start to really form and happen for you. So I love that you said that.
I love that, Charlie. And I love you already more because once you stop the no, once you stop the I can't, even though that you cannot do it, but don't say I can't. Say I'm gonna try harder. I'm gonna go for it. So you take all the no's out. No more no's, no more I can't. Say you will. Even if you don't have the money now, you just gotta take all the negative out. Once you say you want it and you go for it, you endeavor to go for it, all desires will come to form. So whatever
Mm,
it is that you want, it's going to come to form. The only reason God gave you the idea is because you're supposed to have it. Where did
Mm,
this idea come from that you want it? If you believe in spirit, if you believe in the universe, infinite intelligence, you get the idea from somewhere. If you were not worthy of it, it should not have come to you. That's
mm,
so magical. Like, that's what you got to think. Why did I want this car? If God is not going to give it to me or the spirit, why am I even thinking about it? So you
mhm,
have to raise your belief that you are worthy, and then it's going to come to you. But like I tell everybody, wishing and hoping is all good and praying. Move your feet. Show up. You're showing up, Charlene. She's
yeah.
showing up. Every day I see her on LinkedIn. Every day I see the message and the post. So you gotta show up. You can't just talk from the basement and expect Lamborghini to show up. So I tell my
Mhm,
clients, wishing and hoping and praying is great. I pray every day, but I move my feet. Endeavor
mhm,
towards the goal. And it's gonna start bringing to you what you need. We have to let go of the how. That's the other thing. Forget the how, go for what you want. The how is going to show up because Shri already asked, how did I get Forbes Riley? Who am I? She's $2.5 billion queen. We talk like friends. She texts me back, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Harrison Klein, 43 years in the business. Where did I get this guy? He's amazing, phenomenal spiritual leader. We're now in a mastermind, multi level. It's way up there. But how is that possible?
Mhm.
I just start asking these questions. You ask for it, the how will show up. We just gotta let go.
Yes, and that speaks to a lot of what we're saying today. Do you have what it takes to make it in
Hmm.
2022, 23, whatever it is, whatever year that will be? Do you have what it takes to make it? And a lot of it is, do you have the stamina? Because I was speaking to this earlier, a lot of times, like you said, we wishing it, we're hoping, we're praying all the time, but a lot of times your prayers are answered when people are put in front of you, when actions are put in front of you to take
Hmm.
those steps. And you can't just think if you pray hard enough, it's just going to pop up like magic. You have to actually put some sweat equity into it. And if that's financial as well, you have to do that. So a lot of people don't even take you seriously unless they see you have skin in the game. You're going to invest
Absolutely.
yourself. Hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's so good. These are words of gold. Like, I don't take anything for free anymore because it's not doesn't make sense. The law of the universe does not allow it. You actually have to pay for it. Like, if somebody's praying for you, you should be putting some donation for them because that's the law, right? It's karma coming towards you. You need to help out. So if you
Hmm.
think you can't, you can. If you think you can, you can. That came from Henry Ford. So to get that stuff to start happening, you gotta move your feet. You gotta show up. You gotta do your part. And that means what? You do today better than what you did yesterday. That's all you have to do. So if yesterday
Yes.
you did 5,000 steps, today do 5,001. That's all you have to do. Tomorrow,
Mm.
5,001 or 5,002. Just do a little bit more. But don't do it one time a week. God said 6 days of work, 1 day of rest. Everybody that does 6 days of rest, 1 day of work. That's what happens. I'm serious.
Yep.
Most people will do 1 day of work, 6 days of rest. And it's like, why the money's not coming? How come I don't get lucky? Well, show up.
Hmm.
Show up.
Yeah.
Well, Charlene, we can try to take what we just learned into our segment, which is about how can we
Mm-hmm.
take what we have and make it work for us with our website and video. So I'm gonna let Charlene go first about giving some tips. But before we do, we're gonna just say hi to Shannon. She has, I'm definitely going for what I want this year. Ingor,
Yeah.
how are you? LinkedIn user, I'm not sure who that is. I need my ginger beer. I need my ginger beer too.
Yes.
So, what would you say is showing up for yourself for your website?
Well, what that looks like is sitting down and really saying to yourself, how do I want to create an experience, a world, a mini cipher of everything me to help someone else? And make that the pivotal moment that your website becomes that place where people find answers, not just for you to make a sale. Making sales isn't always the only thing that you can provide on a website. It's actually a way for you to make someone see that you have the answers for their questions. And that's a lot of times what SEO is about. It's about making sure that Google and Yahoo and Bing can all come and refer you, because that's what they do. They're looking for people to refer to their customers, to their clients. So if you cannot be a steady and a reliable referral, they're not going to refer you. So think of it that way. So I think that's where a lot of people miss the mark on their websites. Your website should be your calling card that speaks for you. That should be your 24-hour, 7 days a week, full time brand ambassador. That's the one that you can depend on to go hard for you. Who else can talk for you and talk on your behalf better than your website? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had to put money behind someone, pay an entity, why not pay your own entity to be your calling card and your mouthpiece for you. You trust it, you tell it what to do, and it does exactly what you need it to do. But you yourself have to understand, what is it that you want people to know you for? If you want to be known for live videos, if you want to be known as a spiritual advisor, if you want to be known as that money mindset coach, then your website has to mimic every single thing that you live and breathe. And if it can't do that for you, remember, it's open 24 hours. So when people are coming from all over the world, because unless you're blocking them, your website is open to everyone. So when they're looking for you and they're looking at your site and they're like, oh, okay, yep, I know this is what they always talk about. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, this is what they were talking about. I missed a little bit of it, but it looks like they're going deeper on their site. That's what blogs are for. That's what your videos are for. Put all of that on your site. Don't put all your golden nuggets on your site. So when people find you, they see you, they learn more about you. So the social media becomes like that sauce that
Mhm.
people can say, "Oh, this is the additive. This is how they drew me in, and now I'm always on here. Now I'm always on their email list. Oh, wait a minute, I saw an email this morning, it came from them. I know it's them." Your that All of that is drawing from your website. So you have to really make that the number one thing that you put your energy into, and then spread out to everyone else, spread out to YouTube and Instagram and all of that. So when they go down, and I guarantee they're about to go down, you want to make sure that you can send out a quick email and say, hey guys, I know Instagram is down again. Boop. But I'm not. Here we are. Here's a special coupon. Here's a special checklist or whatever it is that you have that you can offer your community, and let them know, look, hey, find me on LinkedIn. It's not down. Or find me in my community. Join us. We're talking right now on a Zoom or something. But you want to make sure
Mhm.
that you can cultivate people in one spot, but use your website, use that to be that funnel. So you're not all over the place. You're not in 17 different places, because that's also investments that you're putting in all these other entities. So click funnels, Instagram ads, you're putting all your investment, all your energy into something else that may not work for you, because it just, they change their algorithms, or
Mhm.
they decide you're not on the right plan, so they're not going to really push you that hard. So you have to really figure that out, and then bring everything in one place, which I always believe should be your website.
Mm.
Love it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, once you get your website, I mean, part of components of your website is video, is visibility, is
Mm,
getting that who are you? And I'm speaking from my own experience that visibility has been key to what I'm doing. Why? Because when you lose your job, you're kind of like, now what do I do? How do I put myself out there? Where do I go next? Especially think about your business. I'm starting new. Nobody knows who I am. I mean, I'm posting, but the moment that you do a video, the moment that you do a live stream, it becomes, now we can connect with you. I just did a live on Instagram and the gentleman sang for us, and he talked about his book, and he's already getting people interested in pre-ordering the book just based on being going live and saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I sound like, this is what I stand for. And next thing you know, they're connecting with him, his story. Another important piece that people talk about too is your story. Your story has so much value, so much um, inspiration. Last week, it was really hard the last 2 days of the week. Why? Because I was just going through the emotions. And I was actually sitting here right now and thinking about it, that this is the first live on my laptop. Before I didn't have a laptop.
Woo!
So this is my laptop, and it got me thinking, like, how far I've come. And it goes back to what Kamal was saying, that I wanted it. I wanted something that's mine, that nobody can take away, and I still want to build this business, grow it, and help others be able to do the same thing Charlene, Kamal, and I are doing, showing up on video. A few weeks, I think it was right before Christmas or Christmas Day, I watched Kamal's live during a walk, and it inspired me to just reach out to him. He said, "Here's my phone number, text me." He actually, and next thing you know, he's like texting me, and that's how it began. But think about that for your business. What about if it's a candle, or what if it is about, website rehab, or what if it can be anything, or even a 21-day video challenge to help you get past that, so that you, after those 21 days, can go do video, do live streaming, and then even create your own challenge to inspire others because you did it.
So good.
So,
Yeah.
Kamal, if you have anything to add into our little bit, and then we'll get more into you.
Absolutely, I love it. I love it. The key is get out there and just start doing what it is, what makes sense, and make that decision fast. Do you have what it takes? You do. You are able, and you got to start making these decisions fast from a mindset, from the law of attraction and vibrations to start working for you. You make that decision fast. Shri saw my video. She's like, "Oh wow, that sounds interesting." She reached out, and I'm like, "Okay." So I reached back. Once you make decisions fast, you're allowing your intuition to work, and your intuition is God speaking to you. That's
Mm.
when things starts happening. That's when the law of attraction starts bringing goodness into your life. If you wait too long to make the decision, if you sit back and you're contemplating what to do next and next, and you're asking opinions, you're going back to the old way. So when you hear somebody and you resonate with them, you gotta go for it. Ask them, reach out, don't stay in the shell. Get the shyness away and get somebody to help you get over it, because there's so much abundance waiting for you. There's
Mm.
so much good help. Get your website, get your video working, and it's gonna get better. Like 2 months ago, I couldn't do all this restreaming 3 different channels. I was doing barely on Facebook. 8 months ago, I didn't even have a Facebook account. So you just begin, and it's just gonna keep getting better. I love that from Charlene. Your social media is the sauce. You're gonna get yourself out there, and just you're not out there for everybody. You're out there for the few. Once you get that, that's when you realize how important you are. Don't think you're going to serve everybody. You're going to serve certain people that will resonate with you. And those are the ones that are going to come saying to you, please help me.
Mm.
And that's how you're going to make some money and make them better and make your life better.
Yeah, I love that you said that the that God speaks to you. I usually say the universe, but I think
Sure.
it's the same. There's a greater entity
Mm-hmm.
controlling a lot of this, creating a lot of this. And when you said that, it speaks to a little bit of what I mentioned last year in a conversation, actually, where you always get a thought in your mind, right? To,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's a good idea. I'll do it one day, and it keeps coming up, and then eventually the idea fades away.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've noticed is you've been given a task. You may not realize it, but you have been given a task. The idea that keeps hitting your mind is hitting your mind for a reason, because you were meant or you are being called to do something. But the more you stall, the more you don't do it, that idea is going to be given to someone else.
Yeah.
And when that person takes action, you're sitting on the sidelines like, "Oh, wait a minute. That I thought about that. I thought about that first." Because have you ever heard someone tell you,
Oh,
I had
yes.
that idea. I had that idea, but they never took action on it. Someone else took action
That's
and blew
right.
up and became known for that idea. So a lot of times you have to be careful when you're not taking action on something that continues to hit your heart and hits your mind. You really need to focus and say to yourself, are you not paying attention to your inner soul, to something that's speaking to you, and you're missing out? Because if you're not going to take action, someone else will. So
Mm.
never think an idea is only yours. You have to really look at that as that's a calling for you to do something. That's a
Yeah.
calling for you to help someone else, or take this idea and make it live, because somebody or people are waiting for you. And if you're not going to do it, someone else will. So I just wanted to piggyback off
No.
of that, what you
It's
said.
it's beautiful because people all the time are saying, I'll do this when that happens. I'll do this when the kids graduate. I'll do this when I turn such and such. I'll do this one. And that one never happens. And then the goal fades away.
Mhm.
that intuition speaking to you, that universe is gonna that's gonna go somewhere else, because now you're showing that you're not worthy. So you gotta move in that, and you gotta believe in yourself. Now sometimes a lot of people don't, because they've gone through so many things. That's where we can help them. That's where you have to say, I need help. Raise your hand and ask, I need help. It's okay. That's what we have to get everybody used to. It's okay to ask for help. So many don't ask for help, and they start being left behind. So start asking. I ask for help every day. I'm ignorant about a lot of things. I ask for help all the time. It doesn't matter. Don't be shy about it. Ask for help. People are going to help you. If you mean good and you do your best, so what?
Yes, and I agree, because a lot of times people shy away from helping because
Yeah.
they've been burned, and people take advantage. But they
Yes.
weed themselves out. Those situations, I think, are there to help you grow and help you learn how to deal with users, because they're there. Users are out there,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
users are there for a reason. Let's accept that and use those same users, but use them for points of learning, points of understanding. Like, I know what I have is valuable, but now I need to start learning how to set boundaries, learning how to say no, learning how to be prepared for those who are ready to do what I need to do with them and help them. And then you can put your energy in the right places.
I love it. Yeah, that's what you got to do. It's all
Mhm.
about lessons. It's all about growing. It's all about not about getting the object and the goal. It's what are you learning along the way. And if you're learning and growing, that's all it needs. It's an experience that you're going through. Goals are not for us to get. It's to experience. You're
Yes.
experiencing something, and as long as you're learning, don't do the same mistake two, three, four times. One time is plenty. Learn
Mhm.
from it and move on.
What
But
are the
see,
different
hmm
sorry, what are the different types of goals that are out there? We kind of went over that today.
oh, yeah, that was good. That was a good one in that class. So basically, there's goals and then there's goals, right? I want to go about like real goals. I want a goal that your heart is really singing for. I want a goal that is for you. Most people would work on a goal that they've done before. It's like, oh, my goal is to cook a meal I've never cooked. No, it's just a meal, right? It's just I want a goal that's gonna inspire you. A
Mm.
goal that you're gonna wake up and say, "Man, I'm ready. Let's do this." Like it could be a house that you've never had, or it could be buying a car, like a luxury car. But if you have a Honda and you buy a Camry, that's not a goal. That's the same kind of car, just a different shell. So a goal has to inspire you, has to move you into action. It's gonna pull
Mm.
you towards it. Now that's a goal. It could be a job, a new position, moving to a new city. It could be opening a business. It could be getting your website launched by somebody. That's a goal, like something you've never done before. And then you
Mhm.
learn. And as soon as you get that goal, what happens? You move in awareness. You raise your goal again. Look at all the athletes. They get the first medal. As soon as they get it, within the same day, what do they say? I'm training for the next one. Then you move to the next one. So that's a C type goal. We call it in my coaching C type goal. A goals are something you know how to do. B goals are you know how to do, but you might get some help. C are things you don't know how to do. I don't know how to build a website. I'll get somebody to do it. I don't know how to build a house, big state house. I'm going to get somebody to do it for me. Something you've never had that you're aspiring for. And that goal, when you wake up in the morning, that's why you make the phone call. That's why you show up on time. It could be losing weight that you want to lose all that weight that you want to lose, or you want to start becoming healthy. You want to go to the gym 5 times a week instead of one time a month. Okay, but you do it. So do something that you've never done. That's the key. That's a big goal. C type. And if it has money in it, you're gonna be able to spend it and spoil yourself and help others and enjoy it along the way. It needs to be for you. It needs to be fun. That's the one thing everybody forgets. I want to mention that. They will work on a goal for their kid or their wife or their partner, and it's all good. I love everybody. I love my family, but I want a goal for me. I want to save
Mhm.
the captain. I want Shri to save Shri first. I want Charlene to save Charlene. My kids and my wife and whoever your friends are, they're obligations. You have to. It's your job in the world to support them. But what about you? Be selfish a little bit or a lot. Let's save the captain first, and then we're going to save everybody else. That's a goal that's going to pull you. That's what's the difference. So that you don't finish the degree and you're like, oh, my mom told me to get that degree. It's not really me. Do it for you so you can grow into it. It's so
Yeah.
important. That's how you're gonna finish it.
I love it.
Mm.
Are your goals? I want to ask those who are on here or catching the replay. What are you dreaming in your goals? Is that's what I'm understanding Kamal is saying.
Hmm.
Are you dreaming in your goals? Or are your goals only something that are obligations? So
Mm.
something to
Mm.
think about. I
Yeah.
want to
Get a goal that inspires you. Like I have many goals. I have one that's really I want to go for. Like I wake up and like that's what I want. I want it. Like what and you don't run out of energy. If you're running out of energy, if you wake up and you're tired and you have no energy to work your business, you're on the wrong goal. I want to mention
Mm.
one more thing. Procrastination. If you find yourself procrastinating on the things that you need to do, you're not in touch with your goal. You've
mm,
chosen the wrong goal or you moved away from it because something else happened.
Yeah.
You only procrastinate on the things that you don't want. You never procrastinate on the coffee or the drink or the car. You actually go and do it and you get it. So if you're procrastinating on your job, on the thing that you're in, that's not your goal.
Mm.
It's not just about being lazy. It's really, is it really what you want? And fall in love with it. That's what everybody's forgetting, Shri and Charlene. They're not falling in love with the idea. You
mm.
gotta have that. Like really, you gotta want it.
I love it. I love it. So we got to ask the hard question, Kamal.
Oh, whew, here we go. I have a sip. Have
How
a sip.
do we go about connecting with you?
Oh, how to connect with me? I'm easy. You know, it's my website right there, El-Rassi.com. I'm on LinkedIn as well. You find me, Kamal El-Rassi, right there. Um, I'm on Instagram, same thing, Kamal El-Rassi.
And so
Easy,
easy peasy.
easy
And
peasy.
and what are some things that you have that people who are in the new year wanting to work on something about themselves? What is the program that you have that they can get into your DMs like right now about?
Well, one of the easy ones that they can get in very quick and start improving right away. There's two book clubs that are very easy. Think and Grow Rich is the book by Napoleon Hill, the one that every coaching program is based on. It's a book, a summary of the 500 millionaires back in the 1900s. It's still relevant today. We study in that book club. It's so beautiful. We go about desire, faith, auto suggestion. It teaches you how to become that professional.
Mm.
Another book is by Maxwell Maltz, Psycho-Cybernetics, studying self-image, which is just phenomenal to understand yourself, to understand how you're showing up to the world. These are the easy ones that you can get into very quick, quick decision. You get in a big club, you get in an environment that everybody else is like yourself, and the sky is the limit from there. Then there's if you want to learn how to sell. If you don't know how to sell and you have something you want to promote, there's one for you like that. If you want the thinking into results, that's a 6 months coaching live with me. That's where we take you from where you are to where you want to go. You tell me
Mm.
what you want, and we'll show you how to get it. It's a 6 month live coaching. Phenomenal opportunity for everybody.
Hmm.
Love that. Love that. And I need to reread Think and Grow Rich. I read that a while back. I
Mm.
need to reread that.
I love that. I love that you said you reread it, but I would like you to consider studying it with a group. The
Yes.
energy in a group, like look at the energy between the three of us just here. We're thinking, we're paying attention.
Hmm.
Don't just read a book, study a book, study it with a group. The energy arises, and thoughts are energy, and that's what you want. All you want is just an idea to take you to that next level. So reading it
Hmm.
by yourself is cool, but studying in a group is phenomenal. I do everything now in masterminds. It's incredible. And that's what people say, how do you get results so quick? Get in a mastermind, get in a group,
Yes.
find a group that's really moving in the direction that you're going. It's like a fast train. Why go the slow train by yourself? Go on the fast train, man. It's fast train, baby. Woof. You're
Yes.
gonna
And
launch
not
like
all
a rocket.
masterminds are the same. Not all
Not all
masterminds
the
are the
same.
same. So it's very pivotal to see the people who are in those masterminds, see the moves that they're making. Are
That's
they
right.
doing results, and are they doing it based on the people that are inspiring them, or they're just like, you
Mhm.
know what, this mastermind sucks. I just got to do my own thing. And
So
so
it's
so
a
that's it.
beautiful thing because masterminds are a work of the gods, right? You're coming in to
Mm,
give. If you come in the mastermind to steal and take away, you're in the wrong mastermind. You come in to give. There's a way to do a mastermind. There's a way to come into the spirit of the mastermind, and we teach that. And there has to be harmony. Like the three of us, for example, we're going to be in a mastermind. We have to be okay with each other. If you're not okay with me, we cannot be in a mastermind because the energy is not going to work. And you come in to give. You don't come in to take. Because you come in and ask the question and you're going to help me and she would help me. If you're coming in to steal, that's not going to work. And
Mm-hmm.
that's
mm,
how so many masterminds don't work. And people think a mastermind, oh, let's just get together. It's a social gathering. It's more than a social gathering. There's a way to do it. That's how Napoleon Hill did it. Henry Ford, Edison, all the greats, they do masterminds. That's
mm.
what we do. That's how we get things done fast and you launch like a rocket.
Yes, yes.
I like that. So, Charlene, what do you have for 2024?
Oh, well, other than you just need to go to my website, brooklyn custom designs.com. See all the new things because I put a lot of them on there. Right now, I want people to focus on this is the new year. This is the perfect time to learn what a strategy should be. What is your goal? And how can we align that to your website and build a game plan? Because your website, everything that we do in our lives, including our businesses, has a game plan. That's how we are able to knock things out and get it done. So you want to make sure that you're creating that same strategy, that same game plan for your website so it can get things done with you, for you, on your behalf. I have a course with Rob Berry, and we're helping DIYers really put that mindset into action and launch
Mhm.
their revamps, quick things that they can really do to their sites that steps it up a notch, right? And allows them to see people stay on their sites longer, actually do business with them, learn what they do, and help create that place, that space on the internet where they are the experts. And that's the website rehab.com. And we're getting ready for our next intake of people, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that not only is your website looking good, but your copy is on point. Rob helps people, and one of them, Phyllis said it herself. Like, she's noticed so many people just stay on her site longer and learn more about her and really trust her. And that's what your site supposed to do. That's what
So
it does.
good.
So I'm super excited to do the website rehab. And if you know that that's where you need to be, this is a beginning of the year. It's no time to wait and ponder. Just get it done. We'll help you. You're a DIYer. If you cannot invest right now in having a web developer or designer such as myself do it for you, and you want to just do some things on your own, jump into this course. We'll help you out. We'll get you where you need to be. And I also have one where if you will need to build out your strategy, I do that also with another peer of mine, Michelle, and what she's doing is helping you with the graphics because visuals are so important when you're doing marketing, when you're doing your website. So you want to make sure that your visual is on point, and Michelle helps you create those, and she creates
Mm.
templates in Canva. So you have me and Michelle walking you through your website strategy where you're going to walk away and have something built out, and you're going to understand like this is what my site should do, and now I can build it out myself or I can hire somebody. And then you also have your graphics taken care of. So I have two things on the pot, and I'm super excited about that. Shri, come on and tell us how we gonna get live on video.
Well, first, I have a 21-day video challenge. This challenge is going to start on January 17th. So if you're interested, definitely message me. I also have group coaching and one on one coaching. But really, what's important is saying to yourself, I'm going to take the action to just get in front of the camera and I'm going to share, and I'm going to do the live stream and create this and make it happen because visibility is key. You do not know who's waiting on the other side, waiting to hear your message because that's what they need. Sometimes, just like I watched Kamal's video, his live stream, I took the phone and I messaged him. Because guess what? I connected with the message and I took action. And imagine that with your video or your live stream. You're talking about your story, you're talking about your product, you're talking about your course, you're talking about your mastermind, and it motivates somebody to take
Yeah.
action. So if that is you, make sure to message me.
So good.
Love it.
So good.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you, Kamal, for coming on.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you both. This was lovely. This is awesome. Beautiful conversation. And just get everybody to just relax and get out there. You've got amazing ladies helping you to get your business out there and start having fun. Like make 2022 your year to have fun and just build the business that you've been dreaming about. And let's make it great because we can. Let's do
Yes,
it.
Yes.
let's do it. So thank you, Charlene, for last year and the start of this year. And until our next live, have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.